Do you want to create content like magic? Well, with the power of AI, you could do that. Today, we're going to look at a platform called Castmagic. It takes the audio from your video files and turns it into content. I've been using it for a few months now, and you wouldn't believe the time it can save you. But first, if you're new here, my name is Michelle. I've been in the marketing game for close to 20 years now, and I love to share what I've learned and the tools that I use with other entrepreneurs. Before we take a look at Castmagic, if this info resonates with you or if it feels helpful, give the video a like and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos like this one. And if you have any questions, you can leave those in the comments. Okay, let's take a look at your new favorite content creator. So here's a look at castmagic.io. Says turn audio into content like magic. And so this is just the homepage preview. I'm just showing you. It does give you a little bit of insight of how it works, but I'm going to show you an example of what you can do with it. So if I go ahead and I will just sign in, then I have my little welcome message, and then you can start by uploading your first recording. You have the option to import different kinds of audio or video. So to start off with, if you just have a native file on your computer, you can upload that. If you have a YouTube link that you would like to use, you can insert that. You can also do Vimeo, Zapier, Reels, TikTok, and then an RSS feed if that makes sense for you. So I've been using this the past couple months, and as I'm starting to work on course creation and getting back into doing my YouTube videos after a little bit of a break, I've really found that this is a game changer when it comes to speeding up the process of creating your content. So if you have any experience at all in creating like online courses or tutorial videos, you know that the filming of the video isn't the end of it. You also have to write descriptions. And if you're doing coursework, sometimes you have to write quizzes and summaries. If you need newsletter posts or blog posts about it, that's a lot of content that you have to create for one specific video. And so what Castmagic does is it just uses the power of AI to create additional things for you. So let's get started by using a current YouTube video of mine. So to start off, I'm going to choose the YouTube option here, and then I will paste my link in there. Just as a quick note, you do need to make sure that your video is public in order to do this. So if you're creating descriptions for your YouTube videos per se, it might not make the most sense because you would have that live. And if you were needing to make a description for it, then this is kind of like reverse order, but we're just going to use this as an example. So I will hit submit and it will process. So this is just giving a little bit of a prompt about the number of this recording and the title for it. It's pulling in that title automatically. The number, this does kind of come handy if you're uploading like for a course, if you have several videos in a series, then numbering them would help kind of keep track of everything. So we're going to hit save recording. And it does take just a little bit of time to process. And so while it's processing, it's actually going to transcribe all of your videos. So you will end up with a transcript at the end of it. And usually you will get an email notification once your video has finished processing. All right, now that it's complete, I can click on it. And then I can see that it has transcribed everything there. It does want you to match a speaker. So if you have multiple people talking, you would want to go through and identify what speaker is what. So all I have to do is add a speaker name. I'll add my name there and I'll call myself the host and we'll hit create new speaker. And so all I need to do is just make sure that all of those are attributed to me, and it looks like they are. So the nice thing about this as well is if you need a tool to create transcripts, this is something that you can use. You can always download your transcript here. But where the magic really comes into play is these other content tabs. So AI content, it will automatically generate a few things for you. So if you need a one-sentence summary, if you have key themes that you need to identify, 5 conceptual takeaways, there's a time-stamped overview, a clip finder for quotes and hooks. We've got key topics and bullets, a session worksheet if you need to create something like that. We've got a quiz, You've got ideas for social media posts, lesson memos, a lead magnet idea. There is so much that goes into this. And honestly, what it generates is going to help save you so much time. And I'm not saying that it's going to be perfect out of the gate. You know, I think it's always a good idea when it comes to AI generated content to make sure you read through it, make sure that it makes sense for you and your voice. I think you would probably want to tweak things here and there. I think that just makes the most sense. And that's going to make sure that you feel comfortable with what you're putting out. Don't just, hit the go button and then think that it's going to be, 100% perfect. The nice thing is too, that you have the ability, if there's something that wasn't generated here, you can also do new custom prompts. So if I click this, I'm going to come up with a new prompt and I'm going to call it blog post. And I'm going to say, write a 600-word blog post. And then you can provide a sample so that it can match your tone and style. But for right now, I'm just going to hit save custom prompt. And then it's going to generate that right now. And so there we have that content there. Again, read through it before you just post it on a website. But this is going to save you so much time. The other cool thing is that you've got this magic chat. And so this is kind of like the ability to ask your video questions, if you will. So if there's something that you didn't generate in the AI content, then maybe we just say, hey, what are 3 fun facts in this recording? And it will output them right there. So if there's any questions that you have or anything additional that you can think of, where you're just wanting to have a little bit of a conversation with AI to produce some extra content, this magic chat can help you generate that. The other thing that is really nice is that you have the ability to organize everything by what they call spaces. And so you can see that I've got the Michelle, the creator space here. And if I wanted to start something new, I could click this new space button. So now you have the ability to give your new space a name. So if you're starting a podcast, you could name it, whatever your podcast name is there. You can choose how you want to label your recording. So if it's a number, if it's a session episode, or if that doesn't even make sense to you, you can always choose none. You can choose your language. They've got some magic words if you need to include spelling suggestions for Castmagic's AI. And you can do any additional prompts that make sense for you. And then all you would need to do is hit save space. And then you can select a content profile. So is this a podcast? Is this a course and webinar space? Is this something completely custom to you? Do you do coaching or sales calls or your YouTube videos? Each of these presets, if you will, have their own kind of content palette. So the YouTube is going to look a little bit different than what your podcast might be. So if we've got, real scripts and questions and post ideas, your YouTube is going to have maybe some of them overlap, but it's also going to make sure that you've got your description and your titles and your keywords. So also this is a great tool to utilize for YouTubes, because I think if anybody knows about anything about growing a YouTube channel, keywords are really important, and that really does help your videos get found and helps you grow your channel. So many benefits from Castmagic. If you're needing a little help and you're looking to save a bit of time with your content creation, I really encourage you to give this a shot. I do have a link to Castmagic in the description of this video so that you can check it out yourself. It does let you try Castmagic for free. So if you want to get your hands on it and see what it can do, feel free to do that. Taking a quick peek at the pricing, it is based on the number of minutes per month of video or audio that you are processing. So their hobby is their starter tier at $23 a month if you pay for it annually. And of course, you're going to save 40% if you do the annual subscription. So please let me know what you think of Castmagic, and if this is something that you would try. I'd love to hear about it. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.